fight's going to be Ipswich at Wardley's backyard in the stadium fight. So let's get into it. So I only heard about Eddie Hearn talk about Justin Huni. Justin Huni this, Justin Huni that. So, and then I heard, before I saw Justin Huni actually fight properly, I saw a clip of Justin Huni without a head guard getting rocked in sparring, his legs going all over the place, right? And then I heard people talking about, oh, Justin Huni's got no chin, he can't take a punch, blah, 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 blah. And then they said, look at the Kevin Lorena fight. So I went to look at the Kevin Lorena fight. Now, remember, this is the same Kevin Lorena that dropped Daniel Dubois twice. And in my estimation, and what I saw of Kevin Lorena, was on the way to beating Daniel Dubois, but suddenly stopped fighting. And Dubois won the fight. What I mean by suddenly stopped fighting, the energy for him to finish the job off in between rounds had changed. So this is Kevin Lorena dropped Daniel Dubois twice, who's now the IBF heavyweight champion of the world that knocked out Anthony Joshua, beat Jerome Miller, and beat Herkovich. None of those guys actually dropped Dubois, but Lorena dropped him twice. Lorena dropped Dubois twice. So for those people out there that are knocking Huni for getting rocked by Kevin Lorena, to me, they don't match up, because if you're gonna criticize the guy for getting wobbly led against Lorena, the same Lorena that knocked down Daniel Dubois that Herkovich couldn't knock down, everyone hypes up Herkovich, Miller couldn't knock down, Joshua couldn't drop, and Joshua was one of the biggest punchers in heavyweight boxing, and he couldn't drop Dubois. So you tell me. I think Kevin Ray is very underrated. And the other point is, if Hooney's got such a bad chin, why didn't he go down? Lorena hit him with the kitchen sink, and it was in the last round where Huni was exhausted, and he got hit with that shot, and his legs went. His legs went, but he still had the wherewithal to stay on his feet, whereas Dubois went down twice. And I looked at Huni when he does get hit. When he does hit and he get hurt, he's able to roll from punches, slip and slide and move to the side. He's got the wherewithal. He's streetwise, Huni. Not like Anthony Joshua, when he gets to the chin and gets hurt, he starts falling into the ropes. So I think Huni's been really heavily criticised about his chin, but the guy can box. Listen, Huni can box very well. I want you to go back and watch a fight between Huni and a guy called Pitcher. Guy's unbeaten, 9-0. Okay, you want to say he didn't fight anyone. He was unbeaten. He'd got 9 knockouts. I think Huni had a similar amount of record as well. But for me, I looked at Huni as he put his punches together, and I said, where have I seen those punches, that sort of combination punching, as good as that? And it reminded me of Evander Holyfield. Now, Evander Holyfield was never, I'm not comparing Evander Holyfield with Huni. Please listen to me here, because people start to get excited. Evander Holyfield was never noted as a puncher, right, in his heavyweight career, although he dropped Riddick Bowe. So I don't really listen to the critics who say Huni can't punch. Huni can punch, but he's not a devastating one-punch knockout artist. Having said that, though, in his fight against Wardley, Wardley needs to be very careful, because they're banking on the fact that, well, Huni's never been hit by somebody as hard as Wardley. I don't know if that's actually true. And I understand that because obviously his legs went and he didn't look that great in the Lorena fight. They might think, right, he's got 5 weeks' notice, chuck him in there, swim or sink. If he does well, we keep him on. If he doesn't do well, well, fine. It's money, we don't have to deal with him. Do you understand? That almost that sort of sink or swim, mate. Here's your opportunity. The Lorena fight, even if they're not saying it to him, the Lorena fight showed you don't have a great chin. But to me, he showed a good chin. He showed wherewithal. He showed heart. Now, when have you seen Anthony Joshua get hit on the chin, wobbled so badly, like the way Lorena got wobbled, yeah, the way Huni got wobbled in that 10th round? If that was Austin Joshua, he would have got knocked out. Even Dubois, have you seen Dubois get wobbled as badly as that and come back? Yeah, he got dropped by Lorena, took a knee twice. And Lorena was hurt, and he sure had the wherewithal to roll with punches and come back. Wardley has to be very careful against Huni because he's got fast hands. To me, Huni's the best boxer, straight boxer, because you can't compare Fraser Clark with Huni. Fraser Clark is slow in comparison to Huni. He's ponderous compared to Huni. He's easy to hit, and Huni moves his head off the line. He doesn't keep his head and walk in straight lines. He's got a better jab than Fraser Clark. He's a better boxer than Fraser Clark. He's a better boxer and he's less naive than Adelaide. So where I'm not sure where they're getting this thing of with Wardley that he's had all these great wins and he's had all these great knockouts. Yeah, he's knocked out Fraser Clark, who's ponderous. In the first fight, he went life and death with Fraser Clark, right? And at least Fraser Clark has got no track record. Like he did well in the amateurs, right? But I think he got knocked out by Joshua in the amateurs, right? I think it's that. Was it Fraser Clark that got knocked straight through the ropes by Anthony Joshua? I think they fought twice. But anyway, Fraser Clark has got no sort of idea of how good Fraser Clark is. He just got chinned by Fabio Wardley. However, with Kevin Arena, there's a track record there. Arena went in with Dubois, and we saw how far Dubois got in his career now. So has Dubois' chin improved? I don't know. The thing with the media is that they tend to pick up things and they run with uh, with stories that when you look deeper into it, a lot of these people don't know what they're talking about. You better be very careful in this fight, Fabio Wardley, because yeah, he may hit Huni and knock Huni out. Listen, Evander Holyfield had a homecoming, and he'd beaten Buster Douglas for the heavyweight championship of the world, and he had a homecoming against Burt Cooper. Burt Cooper. Burt Cooper almost knocked Evander Holyfield out, right? And Burt Cooper if you look at Burt Cooper's record, he had a great record. So my point is this: Holyfield had to come back to win that fight against Cooper in a great fight, by the way. Showed that was actually the fight. I actually fell in love with Evander Holyfield's fight against Burt Cooper. I'd liked Holyfield before, but I fell in love with him because he showed resilience and resistance and toughness and able to fire under pressure. Those are the kind of fighters I like, right? It seems that if you get hurt in a fight, it's a problem. But for me, I'd rather see for me that's a checklist. A guy gets hurt in a fight, check. Comes back in a fight, check. Gets dropped, gets up, wins a fight, check. Adversity, I'd rather that, and he knows he had to do it, and you know that in a fight he can come back, rather than it never happens, and when he does get in the chin, he falls over like a sack of potatoes and doesn't get back up. So for me, the guy who's got to answer all the questions in this fight is not Justin Huni, but it's Fabio Wardley. Because technically, Huni is very good. He's got a very nice left hook to body head, very good body puncher, whips the right hand over the top very nicely, has a pull counter where he can make you miss footage and hit you with the right hand. Fabio Wardley can be very sloppy. Yeah, he punches hard, but defensively he's very questionable. Off the back foot he's very questionable. Yes, he punches hard and he allows you to hit him with shots. Now you might say Huni doesn't punch hard, but in combinations with a unprotected Fabio Wardley with his back against the ropes, or the scenario where Fabio Wardley's trying to reach and trying to knock Huni out, he could get caught on a counter. Listen, this is a tough fight for Fabio Wardley. This ain't no fight he's going to walk out there and blast Huni out. In fact, Huni's had 5 weeks notice, so I wouldn't expect him to be like 12 weeks preparation. I definitely won't be calling Fabio Wardley the favourite in that fight. But the fact it's 5 weeks he's had, I don't know what Huni's been doing before that. I don't know what sort of shape Justice Huni is in. But if he's in good shape, he's technically a better boxer than Wardley. Straight up, Wardley cannot outbox Huni. He can knock him out. He's got punching power. But he can't outbox Huni. No chance. You name me an opponent that Wardley's fought so far has got fast hands, knows what they're doing, because Huni knows he's well schooled, good amateur background. We know that amateurs and pros are two different things, and he likes to say, but you know what Wardley's got as a backup every time? The white collar background. Why do you think Frank keeps talking about a white collar background? Oh, he's from a white collar background. It's mentioned. He's doing really well, but from a white collar background. Because if he goes tits up for Wardley, because well, he did well, he came from the white collar background. That's it. So it's all right, well and good saying, oh, well, the amateurs don't mean anything, or you're a good amateur, but I'm a good pro. Well, that is still remains to be seen. I like Fabio Wardley a lot, and I think he punches like a mule against guys that stand in front of him or don't know what they're doing. Huni shouldn't be getting hit with the shots that that Adelaide and um, and Fraser Clark got hit with. He should not be getting him such shots. He should really be able to pick Wardley off with a jab and put fast combinations. He's got fast hands. The jab and the fast hands, the head movement and the foot placement will give Fabio Wardley nightmares, I think. And Wardley trying to go for the knockout and trying to impress him for his fans. That's a different situation altogether. He's an intelligent guy. I just think Huni's a better boxer. And yes, he may get flattened by Wardley with a big shot, but if he gets hit with a punch like that, then I don't know. But Huni, I like his combination punching. In fact, I tell you the truth, if I'm honest with you, despite him getting wobbled by Lorena, which I don't see as a bad thing, and adversity, I mean, look, think about this. Fraser Clark was able to nail Fabio Wardley in a 12-round fight or 10-round fight. He was able to hurt Fabio Wardley with shots, and he's a slow puncher. A slow puncher. Imagine what a fast puncher with good hands and good technical skill can do with good footwork and moves his head. This is a very interesting fight, and I don't have the outright arrogance and confidence to have Wardley in winning this fight. I don't. And Huni's got a fantastic left foot. The only thing that I see and what I think they're playing out for is two things. I think the first thing they're playing out for is Huni doesn't have a good chin. That's the narrative. So if we hit him on the chin, we'll knock him out and get him out there. That's the first narrative. And the second narrative is that for if Huni, if he's doing well on the halfway mark, he'll get tired because he's not got the 12-week camp that Wardy would have had preparing for Miller. You understand? So if he tires second half of the fight, then we'll catch him and nail him with a big shot and knock him out six round onwards. But if Huni can get it early, hold his feet and let one of them left hooks go, because I like his body work as well. He throws good body work. He mixes his punch up well. When he puts the punches together, they're crisp. I said they remind me of Vander Holyfield when he used to put his punches together. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight. In some ways, I'd like Huni to do well and win this fight. Not because I don't like Wardley, but what a story it would be. 5 weeks, underdog, not got a good chin. The kind of look like they turn their back on Huni and he comes and pulls it off. Fabio is obviously the favourite because of what they say, but he hasn't actually, like, I'd like to see Fabio Wardley versus Kevin Reina. I think Kevin Reina gives Fabio Wardley a lot of problems. He may even stop Fabio Wardley. Yeah, because Florena can punch. He punches like a mule. So don't underestimate Kevin Reina and what Kevin Reina did to. It's just this new school way of thinking that, oh, if you get rocked in the gym, you can't fight. Or if you get, like, here's another example for you, right? And I almost fell into that trap. Edgar Berlanga, who's been on this channel, we were the first channel to interview Edgar Berlanga when he was still being promoted by Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Promotions. Yeah, Edgar Berlanga, right? He got dropped in sparring, but he went and fought Canelo. Canelo couldn't knock him out. Canelo dropped him, he got up, and he still was able to go 12 rounds with Canelo. So, getting, and I understand, I said that the sparring video that went out about Huni getting rocked years ago and his legs going all over the place. He actually had a concussion beforehand. He didn't tell his trainer about it. So anyway, those are my thoughts. It's going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward. I'm excited to see the technical skills of Justin Huni. Rate, subscribe, leave your comments. This is BWTM Sports Gaming, and we're out. Take care.